Hello, I hope that your preparation is going on well. In this video, we will see exactly what happens in an ALAMAU committee by looking at the breakdown of the committee. ALAMAU is comprised of 8 committees which can be found under the Committees tab on the ALAMAU website. Each committee includes one dais. A dais is made up of the chair, the deputy chair, and the moderator. The chair is responsible for guiding the conversation, while the deputy chair is monitoring the delegates' participation, and the moderator is facilitating the dialogue by focusing on time management adherence to parliamentary procedure. All the committees that take place during the ALAMAU strictly communicate using parliamentary language, which is the official language of diplomacy used at the African Union. Here are an example of some of the parliamentary procedures that you will have to familiarize yourself with. The first committee commences with the chair taking a roll call of the delegates. Delegates may respond by raising their placards and by stating whether they are present or present and voting. Present simply means that you may choose to abstain from voting to pass a resolution. Present and voting means that the delegate is obliged to either vote for or against a resolution without the option to abstain. Next, the chair would respond by favoring a motion to set the agenda of the committee, and a delegate would then respond by raising their placards, and the chair recognizes the delegate. Once the topic of discussion is selected, a speakers list will be opened and the delegates will sign up to give opening speeches in a formal setting. Each speaker will have 45 seconds. Each delegate has to say an opening speech, which is typically drawn from the content of the position paper. It provides an opportunity for the delegates to emphasize their country's perspectives on the issue being discussed and to stress the need for international cooperation for a successful resolution. After the opening speeches, the chair then opens the floor to motions. By now, delegates will have an understanding of the issues that are important to the other delegates. A delegate can now motion for a caucus in order to discuss ideas in a structured or informal way. Therefore, there are 2 caucuses, a moderated caucus and an unmoderated caucus. A motion for a caucus must specify the purpose for the caucus, whether the caucus will be moderated or unmoderated, and the length of time in minutes. Now let me tell you about unmoderated caucus. An unmoderated caucus is a time when delegates can interact with one another to form working relationships and allies with other delegates. They're an excellent time for delegates to begin discussing the topic resolution or drafting a working paper. For a moderated caucus, the decision on a particular issue will be monitored by the chair. The moderator calls if there are any delegates who would like to be added on the speakers list. After delegates who are willing to talk are added on the speakers list, delegates would then take the floor and speak. The moderator can also ask if the delegates speaking are open to any points of information. Once the delegate who has the floor specifies how many points of information he or she is willing to take, if there's any, the moderator then selects the delegates to ask their question. A point of information is mentioned after a delegate has given a speech in formal debate, where he or she may yield time to points of information or questions from other delegates concerning the speech. A delegate who has the floor at the end of their speech yields the floor back to the chair. If they do have time remaining after their speech, they may choose to yield the remaining time to another delegate who will support their argument. Lastly, a delegate may move for a point of parliamentary inquiry when they are asking the chair what the expectations for the session are, or a point of personal privilege if they wish the speaker to speak much more audibly, the air temperature to be adjusted, or if they may wish to be excused from the committee to visit the bathroom. You will notice that there is a lot of activity that will be going on in the committee at once. For example, one delegate might be making a speech, yet you are writing down your points because you are the next delegate on the speakers list. It is important that you are not carried away and you lose track of the conversation in the committee. This is when multitasking comes in handy. As a delegate, it is your role to act in a mature manner and to respect the proceedings of the committee for the entire duration of the session. Thank you very much.